Yes. So what is active transducer? So active transducer are the transducer which do not use any external power for measurement of process variable. Means it does not require any kind of external source to make for operation for its particular operation, so that it is called as the active transducer. And what are the example of active transducer? That is thermocouple, thermopiles, piezoelectric crystal, photovoltaics, etc. And what about passive transducer? The passive transducer are those transducer in which external power source is required for their operation, and examples are the RTD, thermistor, strain gauge, etc. Now, what is primary transducer? So, the primary transducer is the first element which is directly exposed to the process variable to be measured, that senses the physical changes or any changes in its surrounding and produces an its equivalent function output, which is detected by the next stage or the second stage. So examples of the primary transducers are the liquid filled thermometer or the manometer. Now these transducers are not part of this syllabus, but for definition of this, we just remember the word of example of the primary transducer. Secondary transducer, it is a secondary transducer is basically a second stage in the measurement system, which detects the mechanical or physical change produced by the primary sensing element and converts on the manipulates into the electrical signal mostly. And example of the secondary transducer are the LVDT and piezoelectric crystal. Now, what is analog transducer? Analog transducer is a transducer which will provide the output signal in the analog form. Means whatever the output you will get of the analog transducer, it is in the analog form, that is voltage or current. And examples are again the potentiometer, LVDT, thermistor, RTD, thermocouple, etc. And what about digital transducer? The same. Whatever the output you will get of that digital transducer, which is in the output, it is in the digital form. And what are the example of the digital transducer? Shaft encoder, limit switch, pressure switch, digital tachometer, etc. Now, on what is transducer and inverse transducer? When we are considering the transduction phenomena, transducers are the device which will convert the non-electrical physical process being measured into the electrical, and it exactly reverse here in the inverse transducer. It is defined as a device which is used to convert the electrical quantities such as voltage or current into the non-electrical, such as a displacement, force, pressure, and temperature. If any transducer will convert electrical into the non-electrical, it is called as the inverse, and non-electrical into the electrical, it is called as a our normal transducer. Next, that is mechanical transducer are the set of primary sensing element that responds for the change in the physical quantity with a mechanical output such as a displacement, force, pressure, etc. And what are the example of mechanical transducer? Diaphragm, manometer, pilot's tube, etc. Electrical transducer, it is specified as a sensing device which is used to detect or sense a non-electrical physical quantity or the magnitude and convert into the electrical output signals such as a voltage or current. And examples of the electrical transducers are LVDT and RTD. And the last type of the transducer, that is optical transducer, which are based on the optical transduction of light signal and rays and utilizes the optical properties for measurement and analysis. And you can see these are the examples of the optical transducer. Mostly optical transducer converts light and rays into the electrical quantity. So these are the all types of classification of transducer, all type of transducer, and definition and example of all type of transducer.